welcome to this EFT tapping on reducing the negative to allow for the positive. I remember when I was doing my case studies and with some clients as well, there was the perception that we must only focus on the positive, and it's good to focus on the positive in some situations, but sometimes if we're needing to focus on something, we're also denying negativity. And even within EFT, we have what's called the setup statement, which addresses the negative and then affirms it with a positive statement. So even though I have this, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself, in order to get emotional freedom or emotional freedom technique. It's hard to focus on one thing when we're getting drained by another. So let's do an EFT tapping on reducing the negative to allow for the positive and taking full responsibility for our own well-being. Let's go with the flow and let's begin to tap. Even though I may be focusing on the positive things in life, and I might have a lot of positive things going for me. And if that's the case, I'm going to keep doing what's working. But if there's some things in my life where I'm trying very hard to focus on the positive, and a lot of negative things still seem to be happening, I may need to reduce the negativity to allow for the positivity. And I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, even though I don't want to go into this negative stuff, because it's negative. It makes me feel bad. I only want to focus on the good stuff. And it's kind of like swimming. I can swim well, but it's hard to swim with weights around my legs, because it keeps weighing me down, no matter how much I focus on the end goal. And I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, even though these negative feelings, they're so negative. I only want to focus on the high vibing stuff. I don't want to go into the pain, because pain is painful. I don't want to even look at the pain, because it's scary. And I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. These negative feelings. Hey, just be positive. Just be positive. And hearing these words, sometimes I experience positivity. But I have to ask myself, what was I experiencing when I wasn't experiencing positivity? May have just been no emotion in particular, or it may have been some negative thoughts. And life is like a wave sometimes. We dip into positivity, and we dip out of positivity. We don't want to be positive all the time. It's kind of like watching a comedy show. Binge watching it to the point where the jokes just aren't funny anymore. And they're kind of blah. You need that pause in between, so you can enjoy life a bit more. And enjoy the positive a bit more. And this negative experiencing, I may have had negative stuff done to me. I may have had a lot of hurt done to me. If I'm trying to focus on the positive, there's nothing wrong with that. It's good to have a light at the end of the tunnel. But it also takes the darkness surrounding the light to move towards. And for the light to get bigger, we need to reduce the darkness, or what we see as darkness. Well, there may have been some very bad experiences that I had to experience. That were a result of other people's stuff, or actions that I took that just don't feel good. And the more I resist these feelings, these negative feelings, the more they persist. And I might be open to exploring some of these negative feelings, to exploring some of these adverse experiences, to explore some of this adversity that I've gone through. That's getting in the way of experiencing what I want, being who I want, and experiencing positivity that means something to me, not defined by other people. And by exploring some of these adverse experiences, this adversity that I've gone through, this positivity might start to grow. Or it may seem to grow. Or I may be getting more balanced, where the negativity is not outweighing the positivity. And anyone that says that these negative feelings are bad, maybe repressing those feelings because it feels bad to them. I'm releasing these feelings. I'm releasing these negative experiences that happened to me. I'm allowing all variety of experiences that I go through when I start to go into these experiences, these adverse experiences, so I can truly heal. I can truly grieve all parts of myself, so I can reconnect to all parts of myself and experience the ups and downs in life without getting bogged down when I experience only one thing or react to one thing. That tips my scale and sends me into only positivity or only negativity. I'm releasing these adverse experiences. This adversity that I had to endure. I don't have to bear it anymore. I can release that weight around me and have some emotional freedom to explore the range of my emotions, the positive and the negative, without having to feel bad about that. In body, mind, and spirit. And taking a full breath in and out. So yes, going into the negative to reduce that, to allow the positive. Actually, it does allow for more positive. It does allow kind of thinking of it like how I was taught with EFT. You start to reduce if you've got a cup and you start to reduce the negativity, it allows more space for positivity or receptivity to other experiences in life. It just doesn't have to be positive experiences. There's new forms of knowledge, new forms of awareness of oneself. By reducing that constriction, allows for receptivity to one's own self. So I'm down from Eflowtion Support Services, and I'll catch you in the next one.